And first responders in Jefferson County were honoring the people we lost 22 years ago today. News 3's Paul Wilcoxon has more on how 9/11 impacted their lives.
Standing above Interstate 57 in Mount Vernon, along Broadway Street and Veterans Memorial Drive, were several Jefferson County emergency personnel waving American flags and honoring the many lives lost on September 11, 2001.
We just want to remember those people that lost their lives and those people that sacrificed.
One of those is Mount Vernon Fire Chief Kevin Sargent. As a nearly 30-year veteran, he knows all too well what it means to work as a firefighter.
It's always in the back of our minds. And we know at some point in our career, something's going to happen. And we have to be prepared for it.
On September 11, 2001, 343 firefighters and paramedics were killed, charging into the World Trade Center with one objective in mind: saving as many lives as they can.
Those firemen, you could see it in their eyes. When they made that decision, they didn't have a choice. They made that choice when they started their career. And you know, any day, it could be your last day.
And 343 is a number that sits ingrained in the mind of Fire Chief Sargent, and he thinks about it every day, especially on the anniversary of the attack.
You can go back and watch all the videos you want, and you can look at the determination on their face. They took an oath to protect and serve.
Sargent recalls seeing the firefighters as they prepared to rush into the World Trade Center, ready to help as many people as they could.
As a fellow firefighter, you could see it on their faces. When they were walking in that building, they knew that this could be their last day.
Back then, Sargent was a lieutenant at the Mount Vernon Fire Department, and he says he will never forget that day and what he was doing when he saw what happened on TV.
I was on duty that morning. We had just gotten back from a call, and we walked into the station and we seen the first World Trade Center that was hit was on fire.
Reflecting back on that day 22 years ago, Sargent says it's important to remember the nearly 3,000 people who lost their lives.
We're getting now to where some people don't even know that it happened because they weren't born or they didn't live it. And so we're getting to the point now where it's like we got to keep this Remembrance Day happening every year.
Reporting in Mount Vernon, Paul Wilcoxon, News 3.